quickly, I think he's going to stay there for a good portion of time. There's people in the actual town that are being like not told where they are, right? Like they're being really secretive on the location. And she's like, this is a small town, but it's surrounded by ranches. I think he's going to stay there. And right now is 8,000 foot in elevation.
And he had no idea.
No. And so I think he's going to trailer to Spokane.
So here's my thought on that, right? Because I've been thinking about this all day. My thought on that is I think he is going to find another horse.
You think so? I don't think he's going to give it to him now.
Maybe not right there, but I mean, let's think about this, right? Whenever we're all shopping for horses, the only thing that's keeping him looking right there is not having a way to go look at horses other places. If he can find that, he can go anywhere in the state and find a horse. And he'll find something for $1,000 or so. You know?
These are small towns, though, and they all know each other, and they're all talking, and this is like big news in their town right now.
The thing is, like, they're small town, but it's 3.5 hours to Bozeman. It's not, if he can find somebody to give him a ride to go look at a horse, it's nothing.
Maybe. If he can, but he might also try to, I don't know, she said that this is a very dangerous pass that's coming up, and it's kind of like the Teton
like
Pass.
He has every one of them.
Huh? Yeah, so I'm saying he's going to trailer it, but guess what's on the other side of it? It would be Spokane, which is where he's saying he's ending.
Well, no one ever said he was ending in Spokane, though. That's speculation based. He never said that. The thing is, it's speculation based. It's speculation. But here's the thing: we don't know he's ending in Spokane any more than we know he's right. So based on that one post, yes, it seems like he's probably ending in Spokane. But as far as we know, the post was a misspeaking, or the post was to throw people off to make people think.
Or he also might have told them Spokane so that it was like, the horse is not going that far. Let me loan it. We're not going that far. You know, it's just a Spokane.
Or he knew she was going to post publicly and that we were like, there's no way he didn't know we were going to catch wind of the post, right? So it could have been a throw off. He may not even be going through Spokane anymore. That may have been a plant to get us looking in Spokane, just like all the other crap has been a plant.
But
there are so many different directions it could go.
If the horses are as bad as everybody's saying right now, so there's been eyewitness accounts of Falcon's feet are. So,
see, but I think that's giving him too much credit, right? Because he's trying to sell the horses in the condition they've been seen on social media. He obviously thinks he can.
Yeah.
Like, think about if you put up a sale ad for Barbie, right? Like, you're not going to, if she's 300 pounds overweight, you're going to wait to put those pictures up, right? He's posting them in that condition, not seeing anything wrong with it. I don't think he's scrupulous enough to freaking realize.
He can up a lot more in 20 days than they are now. Now, top line's a different story, but in 20 days, you can get some muscling and some fat up on his flanks. You absolutely
can. I still don't think he has the wherewithal to do that because everybody's seen the condition. Do what?
Jane does, and Jane's protecting him right now.
No, I'm not saying he doesn't have the ability. I'm saying he doesn't have the foresight. He's posted the horses. All of our evidence comes from his posts.
I know. Why aren't people understanding that? That look, we're not like that. We've gotten very little stuff on our own. It is mostly
like 5 things that were not straight off of his Instagram.
Yeah,
but that's the thing.
Documenting it.
He's been posting these horses in this condition, and he posts on his Instagram for his followers to sell them based off of what he's shown of them. So why would he bother fattening them up if he's trying to sell them after he's posted them looking like shit for 2 months?
Yeah, but if he's with experienced horse people, they're going to tell him, hey, dude, you need to fatten these horses up a little bit.
Well, but he's already posted the sale ad. That's what I'm saying. If it was a matter of he's going to fatten them and then sell them, he wouldn't have posted the sale ad until they looked better. He thinks he can sell them as they are, or else he wouldn't have posted that.
For 5 figures, or real estate, or cars. Oh my God, I don't even know where he's coming with all this stuff. Oh my God, and I think, and he's trying to get like the best angles, you guys, and this is what we're seeing from the best angles. How an experienced horse person right now can look at these horses and say, first of all, why are they hiding them if they're in good condition? Take a video and post it up and be like, you guys are full of shit.
That's the thing. Like the post yesterday from the Daily Breeze, she kept saying like
Proof. We're like,
the
here's the
horses
proof.
look fine, the horses look fine, and people were posting pictures from his Instagram where the horses look like dog shit.
She's like,
And
post proof. They post proof, and she's like, I can't see the
well,
proof.
and then she says, well, I've seen them personally, and then she says, well, they're not here. And
Yeah.
if you're so confident they look good, freaking post it. We're just posting shit he's posted.
Yep. Why are
And they
you
look
hiding them
crappy.
then? So I mean,
Yeah.
they're literally hiding them right now. So like he's not at that Jonathan's house. I know that
No.
for sure. For 100%. I've seen the entire neighborhood. He's not there. They're hiding him. So if they're in such good condition, why wouldn't you just do a live? Or if you're not, good on computers and phones or whatever social media, then take a good video and show people. Look, and everybody will shut up. Everybody
Don't even take a video. Just take a picture and post it.
But the fact that you're telling me right now this horse is lame and I need a new horse, ain't fine. And she's like,
well, Amy, here's the thing.
That's because you didn't see the horse before the hot nail.
Well, that and like they were lame before the hot nail. Yeah, I think everybody knows that.
Hot nails ruin the bulbs, the hoof bulbs.
No, they don't. They don't. No, there's no nail that goes into the frog.
No, and she's saying it's like the behind the sulcus, like on actual, like the bulbs. So a hot nail is basically when a shoe for the horse's hoof, they have nails that go in, right? And they usually go up through the hoof wall, where a hot nail is where they misplaced the nail and it goes into the sole of the foot, or it comes up in the hoof wall higher up than it should have been, right? So it causes a lot of pain for them.
You can think of it like your fingernails.
Yeah, think of it like going right through the middle of your fingernail.
It goes through the quick. When you trim your nails too far back and you get into the quick, and it hurts like hell and it stings for a few days. That's what a hot nail basically is for a horse, but they're also supporting all their weight on that foot that hurts.
Correct. And it's not even just that, it's that there's other things that can happen afterwards with a hot nail as well. You can get abscesses, you can get all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very painful for them. Now, can it grow out and be fine? Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
But right now,
you can pull it and a lot of times there'll be more sound.
He didn't have a hot nail when that farrier pulled the shoes out in her driveway and said that the front end of that shoe was so worn down it was almost broken in half.
So can we also talk on that farrier real quick? Can we talk about how he said to Tony in the Daily Beast article, oh yeah, the screwdriver was a joke because people had been talking crap, basically. He literally asked this woman for a freaking screwdriver to pull a shoe in Jackson a month after the article came out. What a dumb son of a bitch. The narrative changes based on what's convenient for him. So he damn sure did plan to pull shoes with a screwdriver.
Yep, and Falcon is the one who has the hot nail.
Theoretically. Allegedly.
Yeah, that's the horse he's trying to trade up right now, I think. That is my, based on the last farrier that helped him and him needing new shoes because she had to pull shoes, makes me believe that Falcon is the one that has the hot nail right now.
And we did know that one horse was missing at least one shoe in Montana, and then at current time, my understanding is missing 3 shoes.
Well, now he's gotten his feet done.
Right, but before that.
Correct.
Yeah. Which there's nothing. Most of my horses are barefoot, but on the terrain he's going on, that is not a smart move on a horse that's not. I mean, your Tennessee Walkers, your gaited horses typically don't have super tough feet. They're so used to being shot and bred for small feet.
No, Missouri Foxtrotters, especially, and Rocky Mountain horses, they're bred to have really hardy feet.
But here's my thing is, this horse also came from Bastrop, right? Environment affects feet as much as anything else, maybe more. So Bastrop gets a lot of rain. It's the piney woods of East Texas, or almost piney woods of East Texas. They call it the Lost Pines. It's like one of the only places in Texas trees can grow that high. And so it's very wet, it's very soft, and now he's taking him over dry desert, Rocky Mountain. Like the terrain, his feet are not built for that terrain anymore, even if he was bred for it.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a Missouri Foxtrotter, which is what I swear that Falcon is, and his feet were the best feet I've ever seen on a horse. Now, obviously breeding is going to have a lot to do with it, and not every Missouri Foxtrot, or not every Tennessee Walker, not every thoroughbred is going to have terrible feet, right?
Yeah.
It's all going to depend on breeding. So
my thing, I'm not saying like bad feet as in like they're flaky and thin soled. I'm saying they're not necessarily good for the environments he's taking them through.
Well, and a lot has to do with how their feet were done beforehand as well. And we know that he was broken over at the front, and that
he had a shit trim and shoe. Like, it was garbage. We've caught up with it. We know exactly where he is, Clark Leather.
Yeah, we've caught up with him many times. He's always just either in an area that law enforcement doesn't want to wrap up any time and money into it because he's leaving, or that he's not a citizen of the county. You know, there's just so many things, or they don't know, or the laws don't know.
But here's the other thing that's a good takeaway too, right?
Nutrition also plays a part in hose. Very true, Sandy.
Very big part. But another thing that I got out of the whole like Daily Breeze thing is the sheriff we know caught up to him in Dell in Beaverhead County, right? The deputy caught up with him in Dell and let him go. So what it sounds like now is he probably did not check the horses very, very thoroughly at all. It sounds like he just ran Cyril's information to see if he had any warrants or was wanted for anything, is the take I have now, which I kind of suspected it anyway.
Yeah.
But now that post yesterday kind of corroborates that, because she called the sheriff and they said they'd stopped him and run him. He wasn't wanted it for anything, so they let him go.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that when people aren't realizing that they opened an investigation in Island Park, Idaho, but when he left the state, they closed the investigation. Not that it can't be reopened when he passes back through Idaho, if he does, but they had to close the case. However, the sheriff in Island Park was expecting him to be in the beginning part of like Bozeman area and below and south. And so that's who that sheriff called and let them know. We don't know if a brand inspector inspected them. We have no idea, you guys. That's the kind of stuff that
I've been on the phone with brand inspectors in the area. Brand inspectors are not inspected.
Yeah, and that's what I figured anyways. But
the other thing too, like, you think about
not doing anything.
You think about the Beaverhead County deputy talking to him in Dell, right? So it's akin to if I stole a car and nobody knew the car was stolen, right? They just assumed it was mine, and I get stopped and they run my information and I don't have any warrants. They just let me go. That's what this is.
Yep.
He's committed a crime. He's 100% committed a crime according to the letter of the law, as far as I can see, right? But because he wasn't actively being looked for right now, they didn't do anything. So the trick about that is, like, you can't actively look for anyone. You can't have a warrant out for anybody or a search out for anybody or a bolo out for anybody if they haven't been, like, accused or anything of a crime. Somebody has to make that accusation and that judgment call saying, hey, he did commit a crime. We need to look into this. Nobody's been willing to do that except for Island Park so far. And that's the issue. And
he was there at that time, and then he disappeared in a trailer. So it's just been kind of like a cat and mouse, and unfortunately, he is in front, you know?
He's hiding in the wall is what he is.
Yep.
He's the mouse hiding in the wall, because we have him. We just can't do anything right now.
Which is extremely frustrating. But at the same time, I'm also getting like this conflicted thing where I can see these videos and these pictures and see that he's clearly not well, but then these horse people are saying that are seeing him in the flesh are saying he's fine, that they're fine. And it just really makes me wonder what the fuck. It's really confusing. Like, I just want to see them for myself. Like, let me just see them for myself, and I'll make my own conclusion. So, unless, now there was the girl that I've been talking to in Wisdom, said that there's also a possibility that Jane knows that the condition of the horses are not good, and she wants to basically befriend him, be on his side so that he'll leave the horses with her. And she's afraid if she gets involved in the drama, he's going to leave.
Yeah.
So.
And that's fair. That's because we don't know intent.
We don't.
We have no way to know.
People would stop contacting her because she is trying to help these horses regardless.
But it's also very valid that she's hiding horses. Like, this lends itself to what you just said. There have been so many people who have said steal the horses. Y'all don't steal the fucking horses. That is illegal. That is a federal offense. Like, let's not do that. Let's not claim we're going to do that. I know it's all fun and games saying
but we
we're
know
gonna.
that's not the right way to do it.
Well, and it makes everybody look like a bunch of backwoods dumbasses who will do anything to get their goal done. Let's handle this the right way and set a legal precedent.
We know that he's calling us all a bunch of crazy, Karen, animal rights, blue-haired lesbian liberals is what he's telling all of them. And
joke's on him. I don't even have hair.
And I don't have blue hair, and I'm also strictly dickly. But that's kind of how he's portraying us to these people that are in these small towns, Montana, right? And if we're all sitting there calling these people frantic, what do you think that does? It lends to his narrative.
Yes, absolutely. Like, here's the thing. My mom always says the greasy wheel gets the grease. That's bullshit. That's not how that works in most circumstances. The greasy wheel gets your ass blocked and gets you ignored and gets you labeled as nuts. And yeah, making him a victim. My thought on this is if you handle this through legal means and set a legal precedent, no one else is going, or maybe not no one else, but fewer people are going to risk doing the stupid shit he has done in the future. If you steal the horses, you make him a victim, and you don't discourage anybody from doing it in the future. You just encourage them to do it a different way.
Exactly.
That's why you don't steal the horses.
So, and the fact that she's helping them, and no matter what her intent is behind it, they're being helped right now. And so that's a good thing. Keeping them there as long as possible to eat and drink and rest is the best thing that can possibly happen to them. And right now, I think he's scared enough where he's going to be there for a little while, especially if they're taking care of the horses. And I really hope that he does trailer out and stop his trip. I really hope that that's going to be the case.
That would be the ideal. Hey, baby bird.
Yeah, the more that people go after these innocent people that are just trying to help, the more it just makes everybody look like they're emotional and that they're crazy, right?
Let's think about this from a documentary point of view too. So, why was Tiger King such an interesting documentary? Because Joe Exotic did crazy shit, immediately got painted as the villain. But he was very vocal about it. He was very in the public eye about doing crazy shit. We don't want that to be us, right? Dude ordered a hit on Carol Baskin. Like, stealing the horses is the same sort of thing. He attempted to commit a felony to get his end game. We don't want to do that.
No. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that we end up in jail with him?
Hey,
what'd you do? Steal tigers? What'd you do? Steal some horses? All right, guys. Well, I've got to get going. I just wanted to pop on really quick and just kind of mention all of that to anybody that hasn't seen what's going on inside the Facebook groups. I got to go take my daughter to a play date. So I know I'm sorry. Well, maybe if I have time.
And real quick, though, Tassie, I just want to let everybody know, last I checked, the Daily Breeze is at 1.4 stars on Facebook.
Oh, and by the way, I just also want to mention that Serena got fired from her last job for being a bigot. Just want to say, there's proof.
That might be why Cyril got let go too.
Yeah, they're birds of a feather. All right, I gotta run.